Alright, what's going on? Today I'm going to show you how to make beats for Jane Remover. This is similar to her newest album, Revengeseekerz. Let's get straight into it. So Jane Remover was not somebody I was tapped in with earlier, like I just got put on. But bro, she's crazy. She has like a crazy sound, like some EDM shit. Similar to what's like popping up recently with a few other artists. So yeah, man, y'all gotta go check out Jane Remover if you don't know who Shari is, you know what I'm saying, when you're watching this video. But yeah, man, let's get straight into it. So for the first sound in this beat, it's a pluck, Serum 2 bass pluck. It's called World Ending. It's from my newest kit, Solitude. So y'all can go check that out. But yeah, just lay down this bass pluck pattern and kind of just did this bass line G sharp to G, and then just like these notes here like aren't necessarily the same with the C right here. But I just added to kind of spice up the melody a little bit more, bounce back and forth, not just keep the same bass line all the way through. Like random notes are just kind of different, if that makes sense. Here's what this bass line sounds like. So yeah, cool like bass pluck. After that, this is just another bass. Again, from one of my kits. This is from my trauma kit. It's like the same bass line, but instead of plucked, it's just like drawn out notes, and that sounds like this. So this bass line I use like once, or like twice in the beat, but the bass pluck plays like more often. Next, another sound. This is Serum 1, because I like finished this beat. I started this beat with Serum 1 and then finished it with Serum 2. But this is the lead, Tropicana, from my trauma sound kit with Ziad, and this lead sounds like this, kind of like a long drawn out lead with a ton of like delay on it and stuff. And this plugin spaced out, which I added to make it sound more ambient. So yeah, here's what this lead sounds like. Cool like ambient sound. Next, pluck pattern, kind of not necessarily essential to these beats, but this adds a lot of like bounce to the beat and energy. So this pluck is from the Forfeit Serum kit by Iconic, and it's this lava la pluck, and anyway, it sounds like this. So cool like pluck pattern in the background. Pretty dry sound, nothing too crazy on that. Next sound is this pad from my trauma kit, and it's called Pad Coins. And I just used the bass line and then built some chords on top of that to kind of add some more fullness to the melody. And yeah, that sounds like this. So kind of like a weird glitchy type of pad sound, but I think it sounds good. And then finally, this last sound is Pluck Wet from my Solitude kit, and I just layered the pluck pattern with the plucked bass line, like the art pattern and the pluck bass line, and I got this. So this sound is crazy, super distorted sound, but again, like these Jane Remover beats, they have a ton of distortion, ton of crazy shit going on in those. So that was kind of like the point, but OTT on that, and then distortion cold fire to add that distortion, and yeah. So that's all the melody sounds together, and then finally I just added these like atmosphere sounds for the intro and a pad sound. So I'll show you what each of those sound like. Kind of just like this weird texture, and then this dark like pad layer sound. It sounds like this. One thing I did to that was just layer it with like a pitched version. So this is up an octave right here. And yeah, that's all the melody sounds. So for the drums, first thing is just this like super thick 808 loud Florency kit. Sounds like this. Here's the bass pattern. Super distorted. Some notes are like louder than others just to make it sound more like punchy on those notes. Then just this clap pattern. I layered 2 claps together. It sounds like this. A snare and a clap layered. Then it's this other clap sound, which sounds like this. Kind of like a distorted, like almost like white noise type of just sound. After that, it's a Misogi hi-hat. Kind of like a lot of high into this hi-hat. A little bit sounds like acoustic. And yeah, here's what that sounds like. Just a one step. So pretty simple. Then just this open hat pattern. Just like a basic open hat. And then this triangle perk. Weird perk sound, but thought it sounded cool in the beat. Yeah, it's basically all the drums. So I'll put those sound like together. So it's a lot of like distorted, loud sounds with a lot of high end. Finally for the melody, I forgot to mention I did this like vocal chop, which sounds kind of cool. Makes the melody sound a little bit more like emotional, I guess you could say. And yeah, that's the whole beat though. Other than that, it's just this pluck which I rendered out later and added some effects, which sounds like this. So that just has delay 3, reverb, and then EFX fragments, past lives preset. And then finally for this beat, all I did was just add some effect sounds. So it's this riser right here from Cody, and then a drop sound, another drop sound from Moshi, like a downlifter, the opposite of a riser, and then this car crash sound. So those definitely add a lot of energy to the beat. In terms of the drop, I say it's important. Like I go from like more ambient, like subby type of thing to like that super hard drop. So yeah, I'd say like that switch in the Jane Remover song is important. This one specifically was inspired by like the JR thing. So yeah, definitely like one of my personal favorite songs. I like the way it drops. But yeah, that's the whole beat. Appreciate y'all for watching. Go cop my Solitude Serum Bank. I'll make sure to link that in the description so y'all can check that out. Use that like multiple times on this beat, along with my Trauma Serum Bank. You can get all those, bundled up too if you want to cop that. But anyways, yeah, man. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all again in the next video. Peace out.